As I was preparing to come and speak with you today, I stumbled across a book that had a very interesting title. Your network is your net worth. This notion I find really interesting, that your ability to unlock opportunities, to be able to build your personal wealth, and by extension, the wealth of the organization that you work for, is connected to this idea of the network that you surround yourself with, I find to be a very interesting idea. Now, I may have just said a word that gives a lot of people in this room and our virtual colleagues, this word might give you a little bit of pause, and that word is network. Some people swear by it, other people swear at it. But wherever you are on that spectrum, my guess is that you're here today because you want to learn more about it and get better at doing it. How are you different than anybody else in the company that might have your exact same job title? There's more than one business analyst. There's more than one salesperson. I'm guessing there's more than one marketing analytics person. So if there's more than one of my job title, how am I different, special, unique from anyone else that has that job title? Because that's also how I'm adding value. So now we're going to walk through a buffet of options of the way that you might be able to talk about yourself that demonstrates how you are unique and different than anyone else in the company, and specifically than anyone else that might have your same job title. If you are someone that is still fascinated by the things that you were fascinated by as a kid, you're demonstrating consistency. When I was a little kid, I loved to sing and dance. Well, I became an actor. And out of being an actor, I understood that the skills that actors use to have good stage presence are the exact same skills all of you need to have good executive presence. When do you need to have good executive presence? When you're giving presentations, but also when you're networking. So if I explain to you the reason that I do what I do as I'm talking about networking is it went all the way back to when I was 10 years old and I loved singing and dancing, that story is unique and different than anybody else's story that might give a keynote speech about networking. If I'm meeting a senior leader for the very first time, what I might be curious is their advice about how I'm going to get ahead. So I could potentially ask them, what advice would you give to someone like me? I say that this is a low-gain question because the kind of advice that they will give to someone that they've just met is very generic. They're going to give you advice like, make sure you give your all, make yourself indispensable, don't forget to do some networking. So that doesn't really deepen a relationship between two human beings. So better questions to get more information, what we call high gain, are questions that get the other person to tell you some kind of story. So one way to maintain newly built networks is after you meet the person, the next day or 2 days later, send them a text or an email, depending on what contact information you got from them, saying, I so enjoyed meeting you. I really enjoyed that we talked about, and then insert whatever that was. So that makes the other person understand that you're thinking about them when they're not physically in front of you. So that means they're important, and now you've increased likability. The second thing is, based on whatever you've learned about them, start to keep your ear open about something that they might find interesting, either work or personal related. And if it's someone that, like all you people work in this building, ask somebody to lunch. Wow, I really loved meeting you for that 10 minutes at the workshop. Let us get to know each other better. Next Wednesday, why don't we go for lunch together? Or if it's virtual, let's have a virtual coffee chat. So those might be 3 ways that you could do it.